Everyone enjoys the beauty of a sandcastle. But who's going to be the one who tells you when your castle turns to sand? Everyone can enjoy a beach environment, from adults to children, and even animals call beaches home. Clear blue water and clean sand is something that makes the beach experience special. But pollution in the water can really put a damper on the health of these environments. A polluted beach can not only ruin a vacation, but it can be unsafe for humans and animals alike. In 2010, water pollution prompted more than 24,000 closings and warnings at beaches around the country. No one wants to visit a beach that looks like this, nor would you want your home to look like this. This trash is keeping the visitors away and the animals out. Beaches bring in large amounts of tourism, which provides money for the local economy. Florida alone brings in over $40 billion annually and over $640 billion annually as a nation. Trash items that are left behind don't just go away. They take a long time to decompose and often pose hazards to the species that live in the area. So what does this trash do? It not only poses a threat to an ecosystem and marine organisms, but it also hurts the economy. So what's a couple of dead animals? Is it a big deal? Well, let's look at seabirds, for example. Well, what's one dead seabird? It doesn't seem like a big deal, does it? But what about hundreds of seabirds dying? The cause of these birds' death is simple. It's not highly technical, and it's not anything out of our reach. So what's the culprit? Fishing line. Fishing equipment such as hooks, line, nets, and tackle can often get tangled up in marine organisms, resulting in death. Trash doesn't only affect birds, it affects other organisms like sea turtles and ducks. One person's trash becomes everyone's trash, and it can be the death of a marine organism. It doesn't just kill once. So beach pollution creates economic problems as well as the environmental problems. But what about public safety and health? Runoff can create chemicals and bacteria in the water. High chemical content and bacterial blooms present a human health hazard. So how do these microbacteria and chemicals end up in the water? There is runoff from lawns and septic system leaks, but there's also times where in storms the watersheds flood, causing road runoff and storm drains to back up into the water. So we've created these problems, and we know what they are, so the next step is creating a solution. So right now, what can we do to help? So looking at these beach pollution problems, it poses economic, environmental, and human health concerns. So how can we help the situation? Starting with the pollution and trash problem, organizations around the country like Coastal Cleanup work together to clean up trash. Awareness is also important. Children programs such as Leave No Trace work to educate the youth about the problems that are being created today that they will face in the future. The Clean Beaches Coalition is a group of organizations around the country dedicated to promoting clean, healthy, and well-managed beaches. They are the founders of the Blue Wave program and the National Clean Beaches Awareness Day. The Blue Wave program works with public beaches to promote clean, healthy water and sets a standard for them to strive for. As word gets out, more beaches become Blue Wave. National Clean Beach Awareness Day is also a big promoter. This day is the Earth Day for beach awareness. Since more of these organizations are arriving, we are currently at 59% of our beaches being monitored in the United States. But if we look at that like a grading scale, a lot more work still needs to be done. People are starting to become more aware and realize that one person's trash can become the whole world's problem. This woman here is picking up a plastic bag. Plastic bags are a threat to sea turtles especially because they mistake them for food and choke on them. So what about lawn runoff that ends up in our water? People can fertilize less, and farmers can use innovative solutions like rain gardens or a green roof. Solutions are also being developed to prevent raw sewage ending up in our water. Sewage treatment facilities are becoming more popular and effective, and many places are making the transition from septic tanks to hooking up to city lines. Beaches have been equipped with fishing line recycling bins so fishermen will get rid of their tackle safely. Our local beach, Ford Island, even has a fishing line recycling bin. People are becoming more aware of litter and its effect on the marine wildlife. Signs like this are making their way to more fishing piers. So even when more threats are coming to beaches, there are solutions being developed and more research is going on to this day. So if the problems we created are solved, we will hopefully see less of these signs and more of a healthy environment that will improve marine wildlife habitat, public health, and the local economy. So where does this leave us on our decision to fix these anthropogenic impacts on our beaches? Thank you.